I'm going to be talking to Stefan Bokaemper, who is the CEO of Boston-based Kuva Systems, about his products and services around methane detection and fixing leaks in the oil and gas industry. The COP26 is underway, where they've just had the global methane pledge. Eliminating and reducing methane leaks is a big issue these days. And the technology has come a long way in the last few years, and that's what we're interested in. So welcome to the interview, Stefan.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Now, you've got a really innovative approach to this. Maybe give us an overview of what your company does.
Yeah, so Kuva has commercialized a continuous monitoring camera that takes color images of something invisible of methane emissions. The breakthrough here is that we can do this continuous. So an oil and gas operator can put up cameras at their site. It automatically finds emissions when they happen. It uploads them to the cloud, and it alarms an operator with an image or with a video.
Sure, and the way it used to be done is maybe once a year, once every 6 months, an operator would go out with a handheld camera and take readings, and then but you wouldn't know. You might have a leak the next week, and it would go undetected for quite a long time. So this is a significant improvement in monitoring and detecting, isn't it?
Exactly. I think what both the scientific community and the oil and gas operators have come to realize over the last few years is that a significant portion of the emissions come from what's called abnormal operations. So sudden things that go wrong and that could be very significant. So finding these super emitters or abnormal operators quick is very important to basically reducing methane emissions significantly.
I remember I did a story on a study that came out of the Barnett Shale in Texas. This was 5 or 6 years ago. And the study found that 50% of the emissions that they measured came from maintenance and repair issues, like a broken valve, or somebody left a door open that they shouldn't have. And the simple, easy to correct kinds of things that your technology would catch fairly quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wide range of causes. I mean, oil and gas sites are complex, but broadly speaking, what has been found in the last few years is that about at least half of the emissions come from tanks and compressors. And the problem with them is that it's maybe you can find where it comes from, but you also need to fix it. And so you have to imagine that in an upstream site, there could be 20 tanks or so with lots of piping and lots of valves and associated equipment. So just knowing there's some gas floating around, especially if it's intermittent, if it comes out every couple of hours for 15 minutes, doesn't quite help you finding the root cause. So having a camera that shows you where exactly it's coming from, when it's coming from, so you can associate that with your control system that controls your upstream site, that's the secret to getting to the root cause, because these root causes can be quite intricate.
Now, what role does artificial intelligence play in this, Stefan? Because more and more we're seeing the oil field move to digitalization. A lot of that is sensors and data, and then the data has to be crunched so that either the system or humans can make a decision about it. So what role does AI and machine learning play in your system?
Yeah, so we are what's called an Internet of Things solution, where we have edge processing inside the camera, and it's then connected to the cloud. And I think the majority of our system works just analytically, but we are using AI in a limited fashion to further improve the performance of the solution.
And we just saw the President Biden in the US, he's implementing a ambitious, we'll say, methane emission reduction program. I think it's 75%, something around there. And so are you expecting that over the next few years, there's going to be a big uptake in technology like yours within the American oil and gas industry?
Absolutely. First, I would say it's not just in the US. I think this is going to be global. In Canada, there's a discussion about strengthening regulations, same in Europe, and I think other regions are going to follow. But specific for the US, we are going to see much more frequent inspections. We're going to see much more airplane overflights. And there's provisions in the rules for innovative continuous monitoring technology like ours to be deployed. And we see this is very much going to drive our business forward, as operators will not only have to detect emissions, but fix them, and fix them for good long term. And we're the perfect solution to do that.
Well, Stefan, thank you very much for this. Really appreciate your insights.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure speaking with you.